Okay, I can see the chats now. So sorry for the delay, guys. There was some technical issue going on. So good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Karthi, Preeti, Senthil, Siddhant, Vinay. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Can you guys please tell me? Am I audible? Am I visible? Can you guys see my screen? Everyone, come on. Are you guys there? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Learn together. Devanshu, Mahesh. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Guys, all the 43 people watching now, can you guys tell me? Am I audible? Can you guys hear me? Just confirm me because there was some technical issue. So I got pretty late on the YouTube thing. So please, please, please tell me, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay, that is great. I think the charts are a little delayed today. Okay, it's like really late, but not a problem. We'll adjust that. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome back to the third and last day of building a responsive website using HTML and CSS. And as promised, today we are actually going to build something because till now we have learned media queries. We learned how to create a responsive navigation, right? Last time. So we learned first of all we learned how to like write media queries, how to write different CSS for different screen sizes. Then we also created a responsive navigation. And today we're gonna move a step further, and we are actually gonna create what? We're gonna create a responsive web page, completely responsive web page containing a lot of images, a lot of text, and we're gonna make everything responsive. Okay, and if you stick, we are not only gonna learn responsive, we are actually gonna create a really cool design. It's not only about the responsive thing. I also like to create good designs. So I'm also gonna create a really cool design. I'm gonna use some effects. So let's directly get right into it. So, guys, first of all, you guys tell me, are we excited for the session, everyone? And one more thing, sorry for the cancellation of the session last time. My PC just broke down, so I don't know why that happened because it like there was a lot of rainfall here. So because of that, we had a lot of power cuts, and because of the power cuts, my PC's power supply broke down. So now I have got it replaced, and now it's up and running. So, are we guys excited, everyone? Because we are actually going to create a really good looking, responsive web page, and you can use this as your base, as a Kickstarter in website development. We're going to see how to use the basic properties to actually create a really good looking things. Okay, so everyone, are we excited? And as you can see, I have already opened the page, right? The navigation page that we created last time. So we're going to continue in this only. Okay, we'll not create any other page. We're going to continue in this file only. Okay, so without using any more time, without wasting any more time, let's directly get into it and let's get started with it. Okay, so the topic that I have planned for, like the topic that I'll be creating a website on, let's pick something really good looking actually. So let's pick a tours and travelism website. Okay, It's not travelism, right? It's tours and travels website. So let's create a tours and travels web page where we'll try to display beautiful destinations and where we'll write some beautiful descriptions and beautiful text and everything. So let's directly get into it and let's start creating things. Okay, and yeah, what you can do is you can also like change your file names. So let's go ahead, okay, and let's change the file name of nav.html so that like we can understand that is okay, fine, this is our project. So let's name it to index.html. So instead of nav.html, now we are calling index.html. And one more thing, I'm also going to change my css file name, so rename it to index.css. Oh, sorry, it's already css, so we'll just change it to index. That's it, index. And one more thing, we have to go here because here we have link nav.css, right? So we again have to go here and we have to change it to index.css, and that's it, all sorted. And now we are actually good like to start with. Okay, so let's go. First of all, let's copy the path of this page. Let's go in our favorite browser. So let's open Chrome, paste it here, and done. So my laptop is really slow for VS Code. Can you suggest any good laptop? um See, like there's nothing like a good laptop actually, just a feature should be good, right? So you can take like nowadays you can take any laptop like having 8 GB, like from 4 GB to 8 GB RAM. You can also go to 6 GB, that's fine. And yeah, that's it. I think the RAM is mostly the issue for slow laptops. And if you want, you can buy a SSD drive, or you can like use normal hard drive if you have like 8 GB RAM. So it's totally up to you. It's just the RAM should be good and the processor should be good. So anything above i3 will do for you. And RAM from 4 GB to 6 4 GB to 8 GB. 8 GB will be recommended, but if you want, you can go for 4 GB or 6 GB. Anything with these features, a good processor, anything above i3, and a good RAM, and that's it. So yep. And for now, if your VS Code is running slow, you can opt for Notepad++ or for Sublime Text if you want. Like for now, just to like use a good editor, use a fast editor. So you can go for Sublime Text or you can go for Notepad++. It will not like use a lot of memory, so it will be fine, right? Okay, guys, so you can see, right? We already have the header created. We have already created the header. We have the logo in place and we have all of this navigation. And the best part is this navigation is completely responsive, right? But yeah, there are like few things missing. We need a button here that I can click on and close this navigation, open this navigation. So we are also going to do that. At the end, we're also going to do that. Okay, so let's go. Let's get started. So first of all, we'll create the desktop version. And just after that, we'll try to like make everything responsive. Okay, everyone. So just give me a yes. I just want to see is everyone there. Just give me a yes and let's start. So first of all, let's change the name because I don't need now like it's a completely different topic, right? So let's remove this logo of Let's Upgrade and let's simply go and let's write um, let's simply write travels. That's fine. You can name it anything. It's totally up to you. For now, let's call it travels. You can like call it anything. It's totally fine, right? And now let me close this sidebar. We don't need it anymore. And now let's go. So home is fine, about is fine, contact is fine. Let's actually add one more navigation here. So home, and then let's call it places. So, and now we don't need courses, right? Now it's a travel site, so we don't need courses. So places, contact is fine, feedback is fine. And anything else do we need here? Places, yeah, we can have about if you want, like so. Here we go. And feedback, in the feedback thing, we can create a form. We don't need contact. We can actually put it in about if we want. So let's remove this contact thing. We don't need it. And now we only have four navigations, right? We only have four elements. So if there are only four elements, there are a few things that we have to change. And the few things are, now we have to go to our what nav link and we have to change the width because previously there were five things. So we gave a 20% width, right? I really hope that everyone remembers what we did last time. So last time we had five nav links, so 20% each. Now we have only four, so it should be what? 25% each. And guys, I'm also going to test you. So in between, I'm also going to ask for like few properties. I'm going to ask few questions related to CSS, related to responsiveness, and you guys have to answer. Okay, so I can actually check if you guys remember anything or not. So now let's give 25%, and here we go. It's fine. Now we have travels here, and don't worry, we can also change the colors. And instead of logo name, can we add image link inside? Yeah, definitely fine. Agam, it's totally fine, buddy. Yep, you can remove this and put a logo. So let's see. Let's see if we have time at the end. We'll remove this and put an image there. It's fine. Just use the image tag normal, right? Nothing else. That's fine. And don't worry, if we get time at the end, we'll also change the textual logo to actually an image-based logo. Okay, and I'm also going to show you different ways of putting images, so don't worry at all. So guys, let's get started. Okay, so we already have the header part, and now we have to move to the banner part, then the places part, and then about, feedback. So let's go. So where is our header completing? So we have used a header tag. Now let's go and let's use a section tag here. So section, and give it a class of banner. Now let's create a really good looking banner here. Okay, and for that you can use any image. Now either you can download an image or you can directly use the online link. Okay, so in this case I'm going to use the online link, but you can also download the image and put up using image tag. It's totally fine. So in this case, let's go to pixels. We can get like really beautiful images there, and let's search for like anything. You can like search for any travel places. So search for Switzerland. It's like one of the best places, right? You'll get a lot of things, traveling things here. And let's change the orientation to horizontal, because we need kind of horizontal images. And here we go. See, we have really great images. Now if you want, you can pick up anything and use. So for us, I want a clear image so that if I write something on it, I can still see that. Okay, so I need a clear image. So we can use this one. Actually, this is actually good, but is it okay? Let's search for a few more. I like that one, so I'll come back to that. We can also take this one. This is also fine. Yeah, this is amazing actually. Let's take this one and see, it has a lot of sky here, so we can also like write some text on it. What are the norms and standard for development of web mobile app project? Thanks, regards. Okay, Mohammed, not a problem. We'll talk about that. Don't worry. Throughout the sessions, I'm going to talk about the standards, like how to use proper tags, how to follow the semantics. So don't worry, Mohammed. Throughout the session, I'm going to talk about everything. Okay, so don't no need to worry about anything. Okay, guys, as I said, I'm not going to download this image. I'm directly going to use the online link. So what you can do, simply right click, copy image address. Okay, and that's it. So first of all, we have the banner. Let's give it some height and width. Okay, now let's put it down. We'll come back to this. So we'll just write CSS. Oh, let's call it CSS for mobile. And now we'll come back like to this after like ending the whole site for PC. So let's go. We're going to write banner CSS, because now we're going to write CSS for banner here, and dot banner. I'm going to give it a width of 100%. I'm going to give it a height. Sorry, height of around, let's say, 700 pixels. Okay, and let's give it a background color of gray for now, so that we can see it at least. Save. Here we go. You can see now we have a gray div here, or section, whatever you call it. It's fine. Or let's give it in VH. Let's give height in VH actually, so that if I change my screen size, like if I switch from a large desktop to a laptop, and if the height decreases, my element will also decrease. Okay, so let's use VH here. So instead of 700 VH, let's give it 70 VH. 100 VH is the complete height of the viewport. So I'm giving 70, so it's like this. You can actually give 80 if you want, or 75. Let's use 75. Here we go. This much is fine for me. Or let's give it 80. So now if you open it on a laptop screen, it will still adjust accordingly. It will not like go beyond the screen. It is 80 VH. That means, okay, fine. I have to be in the 100 VH limit. Simple. Now then, let's go here and let's put up a background image. Okay, and then URL, and inside that you can simply put the online link. Now see guys, let's do one thing. So now you guys, like, you already know HTML and CSS, so you might be already knowing how to put an image using image tag, right? How to put up an image on a web page using an image tag. So in this case, I'm using background images everywhere. Okay, and I'm using online links. I'm not downloading any image. Okay, everyone, for this particular thing, I'm directly using online images. VH means viewport height, Devanshu. It's like the basic CSS property, basic CSS unit actually, measurement unit. I'll tell you, wait, I'll tell you. Let's actually for some time comment out the header so that I can show you. See, let me comment out the header for some time. For everyone who don't know VH, let's comment out the header and let's comment this background image. We don't need it right now. Now guys, see, everyone please focus. So when I write 80 VH, see, first of all, VH is viewport height. And what is viewport? Viewport is the area that you can see. So currently, whatever browser area you're seeing is basically your viewport, like this. Starting from here till here, end of the screen, that is 100 VH. Is that clear? So the first thing, the area that you can see inside a screen is 100 VH. So you can see if I give 80 VH, it's still this much. If I give it 100 VH, you'll see it is covering the whole viewport. There is no scroll bar. You can see that, right? There is no scroll bar. That means it's not going beyond the screen. It is 100 VH. Is that clear? This is 100 VH. I hope it is cleared now. Okay, and if I give like 200 VH, it will be twice the viewport. So remember, when you give height using viewport height, using VH value, using VH measurement, okay, what happens is it gets calculated according to your screen height. So for example, if I do this, see, if I inspect and let's move it to the bottom, I want to show you. Now see, now you can see there is no scroll bar. That means now the viewport only is this much and this is 100 VH. For example, you can see if I like give 50 VH, it's half of this. So this is 50 and this is 50. Is that clear? But if we grow this, if the viewport grows, the viewport height also grows. Is that cleared? Is that cleared, everyone? Guys, are we cleared? Raju asking then what's the difference between VH and percent? Percent depends on the parent element. It can be anything. VH always depends on the viewport height. Is that clear, Raju? Percent depends on the parent. So I can have 10 parents, right? I can have 20 parents, parent, grandparent, great grandparent. I can have something like that. But VH is only one. Viewport is only one, right? Is that clear, Raju? So VH always depends on the viewport. Okay. That means if you go in laptop, it will get smaller. If you go in desktop, it will get bigger. If you go in like any other smaller screen, tablet or something like that, it will again grow smaller. So viewport height, whatever is the viewport height of that particular device, depending on that, it will take the height. Simple. Okay, and remember, percent always depends on the parent. Now the parent can be directly the screen, the viewport width, or it can be anyone. It can be a div having 50% width. It can be a section having 20% width. It can also be my parent. So parent percent always depends on the parent, and viewport height always depends on the viewport. Okay, so now let's take our header back. So let's go. Let's take our header back here. There we go. We have our header now, and we don't need it here. Now let's again put it to the side. And yep, we want to use 80 VH, right? So let's get back to 80. And here we go. It's like this now. And now let's uncomment the background image and let's see how it is looking. And here we go. Now see, the image is very big actually. The image is very big and that's why it's like going outside my area. But you can see there is no overflow of the image. That much image is only visible, like whatever is inside that section. Now see, the image is very big. It can definitely go outside the section. So whatever part of the image is going outside the section, it's not visible. That's the best part about background image. Okay, whatever goes outside the element, whatever part of the image, whatever part of the background image goes outside the element, it's not visible. Okay, but the problem is image is very big. I don't want it to be like this big. So what I can do is I can simply go. I really hope that you guys know this. This is like basic CSS properties. So I'm going to give background size cover. Save it. And here we go. Now you can see it is still big, right? It's now the width of the image is equal to the width of the section. But the problem is it is still going below because this image is also very long. So I need to see the houses, right? So I have to move this image up. And if I want to move it up, that's the Y axis. So for that, we can use background position, which works with X and Y. So I'm going to write background position Y directly. And I want to move it up. So I want to go negative. So let's say minus 200 pixels. And here we go. Now we can see the houses. Okay. Let's see minus 300 maybe. Yep. So now we can also see the houses and we also have the some part of what you say, the mountains and the sky. And this is clear image. This is the clear part. We can write something there like visit this, visit that, whatever we want. Is that clear, everyone? Okay. That's amazing. Give 100% to what? Sandeepan? Give 100% to what you're saying? Okay. So guys, now this thing is adjusted. Okay. And yeah, if you're talking about width, Sandeepan, we cannot give width to this image. It's a background image. It's not an image using image tag. It's a background image, right? And yeah, even if you use a normal image, you still have to move it up because by using background size cover, I made the image width and the section width equal, but the image was still larger in height. Image was still larger in terms of height. Okay, or you can also use this, guys. If you want, you can, instead of like giving any measurement, you can also do this. Directly say background position center. So the central part of the image will be in the central part of the section, like this. But this is not what we want, right? We still want to like move it a little up. So let's go. Let's go here, background position Y and minus 200 pixels, maybe 300 pixels. Okay, sorry, it was 300, right? We gave it 300, and that's it. Okay, everyone, are we clear now? Guys, you cannot give width. See, when you use a background image in CSS, you cannot give width to that image because that's not an image element. It's simply a background image. Okay, so what you have to do is, to manage the width, you have to use background size, and to manage the positioning, where you want to move it, you have to move the background position property. Okay, so there is background position X that works horizontally, there is a background position Y that works vertically. Okay, and I want to move it up, so I go negative. Remember, by using background size cover, what I did is I simply said, okay, fine, I want my background image width to be equal to the banner width. That means width 100% logic. That is the same logic that we use for width 100%. But after doing the width 100% thing, still the height of the image was bigger than the section, right? So I said, okay, fine. I don't want to view that part. I want to move it a little up because I also want to see these houses. That's it. Simple. Okay. And now the best part about background images is technically there is nothing in the banner. The best part about background images, technically there's nothing in the banner, and whatever you write or whatever you create will come directly on the image. That means on the banner, because technically there is nothing in the banner. And you can see the text directly comes on the banner, on the image. So without using any complicated properties, you're directly creating things on the image, on top of the image. And that's the best part. Okay. Now, actually, I'm not going to do this. I want to write something on top of it. Okay. So what I can do is I can create a div here again, and let's give it a class of banner hyphen description. Okay. Oh, sorry. Mistake. So description. Or let's make it short. Why are we giving it so much description? Let's call it banner DESC. That is again same thing, banner description, but that's fine. Okay, save it and oh. So first of all, I'm going to give it a height. So height of like 300 pixels maybe, and a width of 30% or 40%, and background color. Let's give it white for now. You can see now that thing, that element is coming on top of the image. Simple, because it's a background image. Okay, and technically there's nothing in the banner element, so I can create anything and it will come on top of the image because it's a background image. It's not an image element, it's a background image. Just like a background color, it's a background image. Simple. I was assuming that this property was like really known to everyone, but that's fine. That's fine. I hope now you're understanding that. Okay, now then let's move ahead and let's write something into it. So you can add whatever you want, like visit the heaven on earth, whatever like tagline you want to write. It can be like, you can be catchy in this, write whatever you want. And now let's give it like some font size and font family, and let's make it look good. So font size like 50 pixel maybe. Font family, I'm going to give the normal one, that is CJUI. Okay, let's see how it is looking. Here we go. Hi Jitendra, hi buddy, how are you buddy? Okay, and yep, now you can move it. So do I want to move it? Yep. So what you can do is you can give it a margin top. First of all, give it a display inline block so that it will not cause any problem. Okay, now there is only one element here. I don't want to really do anything with that. So there is no need to use flexing or something because there is only one element and I want to simply adjust it. So now to move it down, I don't want it in center. I want it a little down. That's it. So margin top 30 pixels or maybe 50 pixels like this, or 100 pixels. And margin left of again 100 pixels. This I want it here. Okay. And let's give it 400 height, like this. What else we can do here? Let's do, sorry. Now see guys, in this, you can apply anything you want. It's totally fine. I'm just like trying to make it a little good. That's it. Font weight, we can make it bold, like this. And let's write 2 lines. Visit the heaven on earth. And one more line to catch it. Visit Switzerland. Like 2 lines. And I want to break there because I want the second line actually as a second line. So I can do this. Now I don't want that. Now I don't want that text line center, so we can remove it. Where is that? Yep, I don't need it. I want it like this only. And you can make it a little bigger if you want. So font size 60 pixels. Okay, that's fine. And let's give it a little padding to banner DSC. Let's give it a little padding to banner DSC. Padding of 20 pixels all around, from all around, like this. Now, if you want, you can also create a button, like just to like apply or whatever you say, like book, tourism, or whatever you want to say. Okay, so let's create a button here. Let's go and let's write down a P. Inside that, I want a button and book tickets, something like that, whatever you want to call it. Let's give it a class of btn. Save it. For the button now, let's style it. Let's make it look a little better. .btn. Okay. Adding. So on top bottom, I want it to be like 15 pixels. On left right, I want it to be like 13 pixels. Let's see. Here we go, like this. Font weight, I want it to be bold. And yeah, now I think you can remove the height. You don't need height 400 now. You can remove it if you want. Like height will depend on the element. So remove the height. If the font size, okay, Arjun, you deleted it out, buddy. I was reading it. You have deleted it now. So if you want to ask it again, just write it down. I'll read it. Okay. And I want the buttons text to be bold. So font weight bold. If the font size has increased more, will it overflow the banner element? Yep, that will overflow. Definitely. Yes. Yes, Arjun. Yes, definitely it will overflow. Okay. And then I want text transform. So text transform uppercase so that it's the text is uppercase. You can see it now. Okay. And yep. Now, if you want, you can remove this white. So what you can do is just go in banner DSC. Say I want color white, like this. Oh, and yeah, remove the background white and let's see if it is looking good. Yep, kind of looking good. And I think now my banner size is like really big. Let's make it a little smaller. See, things keep changing, right? So it depends. So let's go to the banner and say okay, fine. I want it to be 70 pixel. That's like this. And I want you to move a little more up so that I can see the houses. So 400 pixels. Yep. So now it's fine. Now it looks good. Now it looks better actually. Okay. So now I have the houses and the banner is also small because see, we don't have a lot of text, right? So I don't want that like my banner to be unnecessarily that big. So now it's fine. So this white is looking good. And now you can style the button. So let's go to the button again, remove the border of the button. So border, none. And let's give it some background color. So for now, let's give it background color red. And now let's change it. And also let's give it color white. Color white. But definitely I want to change the background color. That's not a background color I'm looking for. And if you want, you can make it look a little more big like this. Okay. Now let's change the background color, guys. So inspect. Now click on the red. And now try to change it. So whatever you want. This one, this. Or you can like, if you want, you can make it blue if you want. Like this. It's also fine. This blue is looking good actually. Let's take this one, close it, and remove the red, put the blue, and here we go. See, looks better. And if you want, instead of giving background color white, like I don't want white here, so give it RGBA. Now, instead of giving color directly, use RGBA. So you can use RGBA to give color. In RGBA, RGB stands for red, green, blue. A stands for alpha. Alpha, that means how transparent you want the color to be. Okay. So let's give RGB R0, G0, B0. That means red, green, blue, all are 0. That means it's black color. So if you see, it's black color. But I don't want the black, right? So I want it to be like a little transparent. So for that, you can do what? You can simply say zero point 0.3. So one is like completely visible. See, one completely visible color, zero completely transparent color. But I want a little transparent. So you can give 0.2. And if you go, you can see the little blackish shade over there, right? So you can do this if you want. Is that clear? Why that image is repeating while inspect? It's not repeating while inspect. It's repeating because the width was less and height was more, right? So see, first thing is, if your background image doesn't adjust, if it is smaller than the parent, so what will happen is background images repeat themselves. That's the basic what background images do. That's the default thing that background image does, because background image actually wants to cover the whole area. So if in any case your background image is smaller than the section in which you're putting in, it will repeat itself just to cover that thing. So what happened is, when I inspected, my width got small. Okay. And because the width got small, the image also got small. And in terms of height, it was not completing. It was not covering everything. That's why by default it repeated so that I can cover the whole height. So that's the default thing what background image do. And if you don't want that, if you don't want that repetition, you can go in back wherever you have given background image and just say background repeat, no repeat. So basically it will stop repeating now. Now, if you see, if I do this inspect again, you'll see it like now there's no repeat. But you can see now it's not covering completely. Can you see that? It's not covering. Just to cover, it repeats itself by default. But we don't need it anyway, okay? Because we're going to make it responsive afterwards. So is that cleared? I hope your doubt is cleared. Who was asking this? Where is the out? Wow, Ritik, I think it is cleared, Ritik, now. Buddy, right? I hope it is cleared. Okay. Now the button is also fine. Let's give it some like hover effect, whatever you want. So let's give BTN hover. Okay, so BTN hover. So when I hover on it, and also I want to give a by default cursor of pointer. And when I hover on the button, what I want is let's give it some different color if I hover on it. So let's go here. Let's take a different color, like a lighter version of this color. Take the lighter version of this color and close it. Background color. So now when I hover on it, background color will change to this. Let's see. So by default, it's blue. When I hover, here we go. See that? That's what happens when I hover on it. So that's what I wanted, right? Simple, easy. And I want to increase the padding a little more. 20. Okay, that's fine. And I want to increase the width a little more as well. So 60 padding. Yep, like this. And you can see now changes when I hover on it. And it is changing fast. So if you want, just go here in the button and add a transition. So transition, not transform, transition of 0.3 seconds. That means now the effect will take 0.3 seconds to complete itself. So 0.3 seconds, and now we'll see it's going slow. It's not happening like in clicks, the hover effect. It happens a little slower in 0.3 seconds. That's what I wanted. Is that clear, everyone? So now the header part is complete and the banner part is also complete. Is that clear, everyone? And one more thing I want to do is I actually want to increase the height of my header. Okay, it's like looking too small, right? So let's go to header. Yep, here we go. Logo actually, because the header's height depends on the logo's height, as we discussed last time. Let's give it 90 pixels. Line header will also become 90. So whatever is 17 header, We have to convert it to 90. Navigation also, I want you to be 90 again. And navlink, I also want you to be 90. The line height will also be 90. So the whole thing will increase here. That's it. That's what I wanted. Yep, 90 is fine. 90 is fine. And here we have changed anything for height? No, perfect. So 90 will work for us. How to make the buttons as round? It's simple. It's simple. It's very simple. So go to the button and just put like something called as a border radius. And now give it whatever you want. So let's give it like 10 pixels. Here we go. Now it's rounded. What if we apply transition on button hover? If you apply it on button hover, then the transition will only work when you hover on the button. When you go out of the button, then the transition will not work. See, in this case, if I hover, it works. If I remove, it works. If I only add it on what you say hover, you will see what happens is that transition only applies when you hover on it. That's it. For example, like this. See, if I remove it from this and put it only on hover, you see what happens now. So when I hover, perfect, slow. See, when I hover, slow. But when I remove, normal. Hover, perfectly slow animation. Remove, it happens very fast, like just like normal one. That's why we put it here so that it works for both. We put it on normal state so that it works for both. Because remember, guys, whatever you put here is by default applied to hover. Whatever you put here is by default applied to hover. Okay, only you change the things that you want to be changed in the hover state. Okay, that like for example, I wanted to change the background color when I hover, so I wrote it there. Everything else is same, right? See, when I hover, height doesn't change, width doesn't change, font size doesn't change. It's because this whole thing is applied exactly on the hover state as well. You only change whatever you want to change. So when you write transition here, it is also applied here by default. Is that clear? But if you're writing it here, you still have to write it here. So instead, just write it one time, right? Remember, whatever you apply on normal state is by default applied on hover. You change only what you want to change. For example, in this case, the background color. I hope you have understood now, right? That's why I wrote it normally, transition, because I wanted it on both the places. When I hover, when I remove. Hello, Miramad. How are you, buddy? Okay, guys. So this part is done. Now I want to do a few more things. Everyone, please focus. I want to do few more things. And the things are, now I want to go to the header, or let's do it afterwards. Right now it will be like confusing for you guys, so let's do it sometimes, like after some time. Is there React class today? Yes, Vigneshwar. Yep, after this we're going to have a React class. So guys, now the banner is completed. Okay, and I hope now it's looking good, right? Everyone, please tell me in the chat, guys, is the banner looking good enough? We can move ahead, right? We can move ahead and create other section. And don't worry, I'm also going to like show you a few more things. We're going to make this header fixed. We're going to make this header transparent. So we're going to do a lot of things. So don't worry at all. We're going to do some cool things in some time. Okay, so everyone, can we move ahead now? Because the next section I want to create is the places section. Okay, where we're going to display really cool places. Okay, everyone, so let's go and let's do it. For applying the hover to button, do we write again button? Yes, because you want to apply it, right? That's normal CSS. Write button and then hover because you want to mention, right, where you want to apply hover. So you write, okay, fine, I'm going to hover, but on button. See, everyone, for everyone who don't know the basic CSS, I would really suggest you to watch my HTML and CSS essentials that I took like a few weeks ago in the same channel. So please, everyone, for all the people who don't know CSS at all, you can just go ahead and watch my. I think I told this on the first day itself, right? You can go ahead and watch my HTML and CSS essentials that I've took on the same channel. I have explained everything about the basic CSS, how hover works, how active works, how these pseudo classes work. I have explained everything. Okay, in here, in responsive design, I'm expecting that you guys know this. But for all the people who don't know about hover and everything, if you're understanding, that's great. But if you're getting any like even a little bit confused in understanding this, I would suggest you to watch the HTML and CSS essential I took on this channel a few days back. You can watch it and understand everything, how this hover works, how the other pseudo classes work. Okay. Okay, everyone. So now let's move ahead and let's create another section. So banner section is done. Now let's write places section. Okay. So now dot places. Oh, sorry. Why I'm writing dot places? First of all, I have to create a section, right? So section class places. Okay. Now let's go first of all. And now guys, see, now I'm not going to give it any height. We have learned it on the first day only, right? We are not going to give any height to this. The height of this element will depend on the children. I really hope that everyone from you remembers this concept. We are not going to give height to this parent because it's going to have a lot of children's, and I want the height of this parent to depend on the children elements. That's why I'm not going to give any height to this. So CSS for places. Okay. So now dot places. So now, as I said, I'm not going to give any height, but that doesn't mean I don't want to give any extra space on top and bottom. So for that, I'm going to give it a little bit of padding top and padding bottom, like a fake size. Okay. So let's go. Padding top. Now it's not real size, it's fake size. So padding top of 50 pixels, padding bottom of 50 pixels, and we can give it a width of 100%. For now, give it a background color of gray. So I'm giving padding just for some extra size on top and extra size on bottom. That's it. So here we go, save it. And that's what you can see it, right? There's a 100 pixel div here, but that's not the real size. It's a padding top of 50 and padding bottom of 50. That means the element is actually not having any height. The element's height will depend on the child elements, but it will surely have extra size, extra fake size on top and extra fake size on the bottom. And that's why we can see this. This thing that you see here is a fake size. Now, let's go. Now inside this, I want to create a container. Now, if you see, I have already wrote CSS for container. You can see it here. See, everyone, I have already written some CSS for container. Okay, or you can create your own container now. So let's go ahead. Let's create our own container instead of like doing this. So give it a div. Let's not use the container that we have already created. Let's create a new container. So let's call it places underscore container. Oh, sorry, places container, like this. Or yeah, we are following hyphens, right? So let's give hyphen places hyphen container, save it. Now let's go. Yep. Dot places container, again it will not have any height. Okay, but just to show you, let's give it some height, like height of 20 pixel. And again it will have a width of 80%. Let's see. Oh, and yep, let's give it a background color so that you can see it at least. So background color of red. Now testing time. I want to test you guys now. So now you guys tell me how to move this container in center using flexboxing. What do I have to do? How can I move this red element in the center horizontally using flexboxing? I want every one of you to answer. I want all the 106 people watching to give me the answer. If you remember the last lecture, if you remember the first lecture, you'll understand, like you might be knowing what is how to do this, right? So come on, it's a test time, everyone. I'm waiting for answer. Don't worry, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll wait for your answers. I want to know, what do you know about this? Okay. So how can I move this red element in center horizontally using flexboxing? What should we do? Everyone, come on. Justify content center. Space around. Okay, that's fine also because there's only one. But yeah, justify content center is the correct answer. But before that, we also have to go and give display flex, right? Because before that, it will not work. So display flex, first thing this, and then we can do justify content center. And that's amazing. I'm really happy that you guys remember the answer. I'm really, really happy that you guys remember the answer. You guys are great. Okay, so save it now. And if we go, it's in center now. That's amazing. But actually, as I said, I don't want any height for this as well. So I'm going to remove the height. Sorry, not the background color. I'm going to remove the height because I don't want any height. Remove it. There is no height. But don't worry. The height will increase as we start creating the element. So let's go and let's do it. And one more thing. I want to put a H1 here. Okay. And I want to write like this, places to visit, something like this. Okay. So you can see it now. This thing is here. Now let's go and let's also give. Okay. Actually, I want to create 2 to 3 things. So this one, and after this, I want to create a div. I'm going to call it places parent. Like this. So I have places to visit and then I have places parent. I can see a lot of people are answering me text line center. No, we want to not, like, we don't want to move a text. We are moving an element, right? We are moving a div. We cannot use text line center. Sandeepan. So I would suggest you to go and watch the Flexbox session if you have not watched it. Last session of the same course was a Flexboxing session. You can go and watch it because we cannot use text line center to move divs, right? Fine, guys. See now inside places container, that means inside the red element, I have a h1, I have a div, and I want them to be arranged vertically. So again, one more question. What should we do? I want this h1 and this div element to be arranged vertically. So now if I give display flex to container, they will be arranged horizontally, right? Just to show you, let's do this. Let's add something here. What if I just do justify content space evenly? See, for one element is fine. It's good. If it is one element, it will definitely go in center. But what if you have two? What if you have three? Then it will not be in center. So if you want like a permanent center solution, go for justify content center. If you directly have the property, why to use something else that actually works only if there is only one element? Right, Gaurav? I hope you're understanding, buddy. Right? If there is a direct property that moves everything in center, why to use something that actually is moving in center just because there is only one element? Why to do that? If you do that, in this case, it will go in center, but there is no need to do that. We have a really good property for that. Okay, now guys, by default, what? You can see it's by default going like this in horizontal direction, but I want them to be in vertical. So for that, I have to change the direction, right? So flex direction, column. And yes, who answered this? Cloudy shows. Yep, that's great, buddy. So now, here we go. So now the second div is in the bottom and the first H1 is on the top. And now let's go and let's give all of them classes. So I want to give it a class of title, like so. Let's go. Dot title. Give it a, I just want to give it a font size actually. So font size. Let's say 50 pixels. And yes, font family, obviously. So font of family, again, I'm going to use the same normal one. You can use anything else. You can use anything. It's totally fine. And yep, let's see. It's bold. I don't want it to be bold. So for that, I'm going to remove the font weight. I'm going to make it normal. And that's it. Now it's normal. And 50 is too big now. So let's go and give 40. That's perfect. Now, one more thing, guys. One more thing. I want to move these two elements, this first H1 and this second div. It's going to be some other elements in center. What should I do? I want to move all the elements to the center horizontally. What should I do? Come on, guys. Now, this is the real test. Let me see who gives the correct answer. Let me see who gives the correct answer. I want to move this title and this div in center. Just to like show you something, let me give that element some CSS as well. So places parent, height of 200. Just for now, I'm giving it height and width because I want to ask this question. No. Nope. I want to move both. Text line will only work for H1. What about the div then? What about the div? Yes. Now I can see the answers. Now see, Cloudy shows I want to move both of them to the center. So what can I do? Yes, you guys are amazing. I can see there is align items. And why? No, Vishnu, we cannot use justify content. Remember the flexbox logic. If the flex direction is column, that means now justify content is working for the y-axis, for the vertical one. So we have to use what? Align items center, right? And that's really great that you guys remember it. Amazing. You guys are amazing, actually. Fine. So that's what I wanted to ask. Now we can remove this height and width and green. We don't need it, actually. Remove this height, width, and green. We actually don't need it. I just did it for testing purpose. That's it. Oh, we don't need height, but we need the width, and width should be like 100%. Okay, that's it. Perfect. So now it's there. And now let's go and let's create some elements inside it. And first of all, I want to move it down. So margin top, sorry, not this, margin top of like 30 pixels. That's amazing, Ritik. That's amazing. It's actually amazing. So now, guys, you can see I have my green element as well. And now inside that, I want to create all the other elements. So I don't need this here. I actually want to create all the other elements inside this. So let's go and let's start creating the actual places. So I'm going to give it a div and I'm going to give it a class of place. Okay. First of all, let's go and let's give it a height. So place width, or actually you can give it height and width. So a width of around, I want to display 4 or 3 in ones. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 will look good. So let's give it a width of 22%. Let's give it a height of around 400 pixels. And for now, let's give it a background color. So not this background color. Right now, I'm giving all the worst colors in the world. Now they are not worst normally; they are just worst to look at in this website right now. Okay, these colors are not worst. These colors are looking bad here because of the combination, but that's fine. We want to see all the elements, right? So that's fine. That's fine. You can see now the red element has grown, the gray element has grown, and the green element is also growing because the child, that is the yellow one, it's having a height of 400, and that's fine. That's fine. That's what I want. Now then, let's go and let's take some images for Switzerland. And now I need vertical images. So I want to change the orientation to vertical back. And now take anything, take any place. See guys, right now I don't know any places what are there in Switzerland. I only like 1 or 2 of them. So I'm going to take anything. I'm going to give any name to anything. That's fine, right? We just want to see the design. We don't care about like what is the actual name of that place right now. But yeah, if you create a real website, you have to give proper names. Right now you can use anything. So let's like take what do you say? Anything like, I don't know. Let's take some good images. Let's take, I'm really confused which image to take here. Let's take this one. This looks good, right? So copy image address, first thing. And now I want to give that background. I want to give that as a background image to div, like to this place. So I'm going to give it one more class of place one. Just to give background image, I'm going to give it one more class of place one. So place will give it height, width, and background color. And place one, I'm using it for background image. So let's go. Dot place one. Now there are some other ways as well, but don't worry about that right now. Okay, there are some other ways as well, but we are using the most basic way of just giving one more class. Okay, so let's go and give a background image URL, and this is what I want. And yep, let's go here and give background size cover. I really hope that you guys understand that both of these things are working together, right? Because the same element is having a place class, is having a place one class. So this thing, all these four properties are also taken by this div only, and this fifth property is also taken by this div only. Okay, so everything is fine. Now you might ask, sir, why you're not writing this thing there? So because in future, I want to create some more divs, and I want to give it a class of place two, but I want to give a different image to place two. So for that, I'm using this classes, place one, place two, and everything. I hope you're understanding, right? But for now, let's create one and let's see how it is looking. So let's go. Oh, sorry. And you can see now the image here. Perfect. Looks good, right? And also let me remove the colors. I don't need now that red, green, and everything, right? It's looking very bad. Remove the yellow, remove the green, and remove the red. Remove the gray as well. We don't need it. Remove the gray. Don't need anything. There we go. So the image is looking good. Not really bad, but yeah, that's fine. And I want to increase the height a little more. Okay, so let's go and let's give it like 450 pixels. Okay, perfect. Now I have my image. Looks really great. And the best part is it's a background image. That means the div is technically empty and I can do anything, whatever I want inside that. Okay, so let's go and let's create things. So inside that, I want to create a div. Okay, that will technically come on the image, right? Just the background image concept. And let's give it a class of place hyphen DSC. In this, I'm going to display some content. So place DSC, copy this. Okay, and I want to like increase the width a little more, like 23. Let's see how it is looking. 23 is fine. Looks good. Looks good. Looks proportional. Okay, and then now let's go after this. Sorry, we copied it, right? So place DSC. Give it a height of half. I want it to be like half. So what is my height? 450. So half is what? 225 pixels. Width should be exactly same as parent. So 100%. Background color again. Sorry, it's background size. Background color again RGBA. I want it to be black. So 0, 0, 0, 0. And a little transparent. So 0.2, same maybe. Oh, it's not looking that great, right? So let's give it a little more, like 0.5. I can see it. See, now it's visible. Give it like 0.6 maybe. 0.6 is too much. 0.6 is actually too much. 0.4 is fine. Okay. And now let's go to place. Give it display flex and align items text end because I want it at the bottom. And here we go. Now this thing is at the bottom. That's what I wanted, right? And now use div.class name. Yes, Rusty. Yeah, definitely we can do that. Definitely. Why not? Why not? We can definitely do that. Okay. And now let's write some text inside that. So for that, let's go give it a h1 and write any name. So let's call it like a place. Now I don't know what this place is called. So let's call it like mountains. The best name that we can come up with right now, it's mountains, because we can see mountains there, right? That's great. That's a really great name. Amazing. Okay. And one more thing, instead of directly writing the h1, I want to create one more div inside it that will contain everything properly. So now h1 mountains, and give this a class of pad because I want to use this for padding purposes. That's fine. Let's go dot pad. Just some padding of 20 pixel all around like this. And let's go here and give it a color of white like this. You can see now text is white, and obviously you can increase the size. So let's give it a class of base hyphen title. Sorry, place title. Give it a font size of 20 pixel maybe, and font family. Again, same. I'm going to use the same font everywhere. If you want, you can use anything. It's totally fine. It's totally up to you. Now 20 is like very small. 20 is very small. So let's give it like 30 or maybe 35. Let's try 35 for now. And yep, looks great. Amazing, right? Looks good. And then inside this, I want to create a button as well. Button, and give it a class of btn and just like visit or maybe view, whatever you want, like view. And but now view button is really big, right? Let's let it view more. Let's see how does it look. Yep, view more is fine, but the button looks really big, right? I want to make it small. So actually give it a class of places hyphen btn and copy this. Now what you can do is copy the whole css from the top, the button css that we created already. Copy the whole button css. Where is the button css? Yep, here we go. Actually copy everything from here. And this is for button, but we are right now we are writing for button places. So copy this. Now guys, see, as I'm saying, there are multiple ways. There are much more easier ways of doing it, much more shorter ways. But in this case, I'm simply going with the easier ways, like the basic ways, so that everyone can understand. Now I've copied the same css. So places btn, and now I simply want to decrease the padding. So to 15 and 30, because I want this button to be small, not like this one. And you go, see this? Now this button is small. So that's how I want it. Because this button was also getting this big because of the same class. So I gave it a different class. That's it. That's all. Okay, and now what you can do is you can give a little gap. So go to places btn, give it a margin top as well. So margin top of like 20 pixels. Like this. That's amazing. That's what I wanted. And now if you want, there is no need to give a height of 225. Give it a height of 100. Oh, 100 is too small. 100 is too small. So sorry. 150. 150 looks fine. Looks great. And now, if you guys want, see, if you really want, you can give it a different color as well, other than something black. You can also give it a different color. Let's try white. Let's try white. So 255, 5, 5. So now see, we have a white transparency here. And if you want, you can increase the transparency a little more, like decrease the transparency, so not increase, decrease it like this. See, now we have more white and looks really good. But you cannot read the mountains properly because it's white. So let's go and change the color to black. If you want to change it to black, simply remove it. Why to give it black? Here we go. Now it's black. Or you can give it a little better color. So give black here. Let's try to find out a good color for this. Right click, inspect. Good evening, Dream. Good evening, buddy. Now, guys, let's go and no, I didn't save it. Refresh. Okay, not a problem. Let's give some color. So color black, and now click on this black and try to get a good color from this, like a grayish, not exactly black, a little grayish, a little lighter black, not the pure black. Yep, this is the one. Remove this black, put this color here. Oh, yep, perfect. I thought I'm making a mistake. Perfect. So now you can see, look like this and looks good, right? Dream Piece asking, anybody from Mumbai? Yes, I am actually from Mumbai, buddy. I'm from Mumbai. Now, guys, see, now this thing is done, and I want to create an effect actually. So what I want to do is, um, when I hover on places DSC, see guys, what I want to do, when I hover on places DSC, so places DSC, when I hover on it, what I want to do is Ultramax Pro Tip use dot class name. So place DSC hover. So on hover, I want to make its height exactly same as parent, so 450 pixel. That's it. So initially it is 150. When I hover, I want to make it 450. And yes, I also want to add a transition, so that it looks slow. So transition, anything like 0.3 seconds, so that it takes a little time. And now also let me give it a cursor pointer. I'm so excited to show you this actually. Perfect. Now we are done, and let's see. Now see, this is what we want. You see that, everyone? Can you guys see that? What is happening here? Everyone, please tell me. Can you guys see? And is it looking good? Everyone, come on, tell me. Now, if you want, you can actually write some description here. I'm not writing that, but if you want, you can do that because I'm saving time. The problem is we have like only around 40 minutes, not 40, actually we have 30 minutes. I'm taking a little extra and we have to make this complete thing responsive. So we have very less time. So I'm not going to write any text here. Okay, so everyone, are we clear? And is it looking good? I want every one of you to answer. Is it looking good? Guys, now you can like give any other effects to this as well, but this is one effect I came up with right now. You can give it some other effects as well. If you want, you can give it some other effects. Please try it. And now the best part, the part that I like the most is copying something and pasting and changing few things, right? That's what I like the most. So here we go. Control V, second place, Control V, third place. So now we have 3 places, guys, and change the class name. So place number 2, place number 3. Now we might have 3 places, but yeah, we also have to give different images, right? So where is that place 1, place 2? Where is that place 1, place 2? Where is that? Here we go. Now see, guys. Now this is why I give different classes. This is why I gave different classes. Now I can go here. I can put place 2, and I can give a different image to this. So let's go and let's try to find out a good image. So let's copy this one. So copy image address, paste it here. Okay. Also for place 3, I want to do the exact same thing. Place 3 as well. Give some other image. So Copy this, paste this one, save it, and now you'll see, here we go. They're going like this, but the problem is they are all block elements, right? So yeah, we forgot something. We forgot one thing, that we have to now go to the places parent, and we have to do what? We have to do display flex. Here we go. Now let's create one more. Let's create one more. Yep. Copy the whole place thing again. Give it place 4, and we have to find out one more image. So what can we have? What can we have? What can we have? Yep. Let's take this one. Copy image address. Any other effect? Definitely, we can try a lot of effects here. Actually, we can try a lot of effects. But the problem is right now we don't have a lot of time. That's why I'm like sticking to one effect right now. But yes, Saurabh, yep, we can have like different effects. You can, like, when you get this, see, I'm gonna give this thing to you after the session. You can manipulate it, try whatever you want, try some other hover effects, move it, move with margins, try, see what you can do. You can do a lot of things. You can do like literally everything. Whatever you can think of, you can do it here. Okay. Again, background image, URL, the new link. That's fine. How to use own images for background instead of URL? Then use image tag. You have to use image tag. That's it. But you can also use your own images for background image. See, guys, as I told you, right now I'm using link, but you can also download an image and use that. You can also, guys, Abdul Kadir, you can also download an image and use the path of the image in this URL. Is that cleared? Don't worry. Yeah, I think we are going to do, definitely we're going to do that. Definitely we're going to do that. And you can see now we have all the 4 elements here. And now let's go and let's give it justify content space between. Looks like this. And you can see now we have gaps and all of them work perfectly fine. And yeah, obviously you have to change the title. So let's go. So mountains is the first one. Second, we can call it like cities. Call it like beautiful cities, something like that. Okay. Then third one is valleys. So call it valleys. And the fourth one can be like rivers. See, guys, I'm writing very like normal text. Okay, you can like write anything else. Like for example, what I'm meaning is this. Write something like this: breathtaking valleys. Okay, like sounds good, right? Not only valleys, like breathtaking valleys sounds really good. But it's going out now because of the size. Now there are again multiple ways of adjusting it. But for now, let's go and let's decrease the size a little. So font size maybe 25 pixels. 25 is still more. 22 pixels. Wow, it's not changing. Why is it not changing? Oh, I have given it separately. Oh, so sorry for that. Actually, I have a class, right? Places title. Yep. Change it there. So sorry. 30 pixel. Perfect. Looks really cool. And you can also write the last one: mesmerizing rivers. Sound really good. Sound like people want to visit it, right? And there we go. Now it works like this. And now you can create as many cards as you want like this. It's totally up to you. You can create like 10 cards, 20 cards. Now, just like I'm going to copy the same thing, but yeah, if you want, you can put different images. So let me copy the whole 4 and paste it once more. That was a great rhyme, right? Copying whole 4 and pasting it once more. And here we go. Oh, sorry. Now one more thing. Come on, one more test. Why is this happening and how to solve this? Come on, guys. Why is this happening and how to solve this? Everyone. The flex box is trying to adjust everything in a single line. So how to solve this? What is the property that we use in flexboxing to solve this? We saw it last time. Come on, guys, tell me. Everyone, please tell me how to solve this. I want every one of you to answer. Guys, come on. Exactly. Perfect. Amazing. We have to go and give, where is that? Yep. flex wrap, wrap, and that should do it. Here we go. And now, yep, obviously, yes, margin. So let's go and give a margin bottom of like 20 pixel. Or you can like give it a more like 30 pixel if you want. And here we go. Maybe 35 or 40. So now you can see it's working. Is that clear, everyone? So now we have this and then this one. Okay. Now, I think someone asked how to add a description below it. Do you want to learn that, everyone? But remember, guys, we also have to make it responsive. That's like very easy. We can definitely make it responsive very fast. But we cannot do everything because we have very less time. We have around like, let's say 15 more minutes. We are already at time. It's like already 6:30. But yeah, I'll take it more 15 to 20 minutes. So now, do you guys want to see how to add text here? Or do you want me to like show you how to make this header transparent? What do you want to see? Do you want to see how to text here in the bottom, or do you want to see how to make this header transparent and fixed so that it doesn't scroll? Right now you can see the header is scrolling. Okay. What if I want to stop that header scroll? For example, like this. See, I'm scrolling this page and you can see the header is fixed. That's what I want to do here as well. You want to see the text one? Let's go. Let's see how to add text below it. But for that, we have to make few changes now. So the first thing is, let's go to places DSC. Where is that? Yep, places DSC. Let's go to places DSC. And the first thing we have to do is, please guys, now I want everyone to focus here. Yes, Gaurav, yeah. For that, you have to give position fixed. Okay, let me show you both. I was just asking for fun. Let me show you both. Okay. So now see guys, first of all, what you have to do is you have to go to places DSC and make the height similar, 450. Okay, make the height similar like this. Now the height is similar. Now let's add some text. So let's go there, and I'm going to do it only for one. I hope you can do for other things, right? Everyone, I'm going to only do it for one. Is that cleared? And yes, now you don't need this flex end thing. So now you can just go to place and remove this flex end. For example, where is that flex end? Yep, remove it. We don't need it now. We don't need it anymore. We don't need that flex end. First of all, I make the places DSC height exactly same as my parent. So it covers everything. Now just go ahead and add the text. So after the button, add a P here and add any text like this, any text, whatever you want. I can see there's some text there, and give it a class like places text. Okay. Dot places hyphen text. Is it hyphen or underscore? What are we using there? Hyphen. Perfect. Font family, again, my favorite one, that is a CJO UI. So let's use that. Okay, like that. And yep, you can read it properly. And make it black, actually. Make it black. Make this black. So color black. And I want to move it a little bottom. So margin top of again 20 pixel. Like this. See? So view more, and text is also here. You can properly read it. But now comes the hiding part. Now guys, see, it's really simple. Now you can copy this and paste it everywhere if you want, and write whatever text you want and apply some CSS to it. If you want to do that, you can again do it. Let me copy it real quick. Guys, I hope you understand. You can also change the images if you want, right? You can change the images anywhere. I simply copied it everywhere so that we have it like this. Please explain why we don't need that flex align. First of all, try to remember why we use that. Why did we use that? Because height of this element, height of this white element, that means places DSC was small, and I wanted it to be in the bottom. Now I don't need it anymore. Now it's full width. Now it's full height. So there is nothing like moving it in the bottom, right? Atesh Mishra, I hope you're understanding. Previously, everyone, are we understanding that why I removed that align items? Everyone. See, to understand why I removed that, you have to understand why I did that in the first place. Why I did that? Because I created an element. Simple. It was only 150 pixel in height. Simple. And by default, if you create any element, it's always on the top. I wanted it to be on the bottom, so I used align items flex end. Simple. Now I don't need it anymore. I want it. Now this is full width, like a proper card. That's it. Is that clear, everyone? Everyone, please tell me, are we clear with that? I hope no one is having this doubt, right? Why did I remove that align items flex end? Everyone, please tell me. I want everyone to answer real quick. Come on, guys. We don't have a lot of time. Everyone, please answer me fast. Guys, please tell me so that I can move ahead. Everyone, I hope you're understanding, right? Why I removed that flex end? Because now we don't even need it. Because now the height of my child is exactly same as the parent. So even if it is flex top or flex end, we don't need it. Even if you do flex top, flex end, nothing will happen. It's full height. It's the exact same height. How it will work? It's never going to move, right? But now what we have to do is we have to do something extra here. And the extra thing is now we have to go to places DSC. Everyone please focus now. Now I have to go to places DSC and now see, remove this. We don't need this height one thing as well. Okay, on hover, because now it's exactly same height. Now the thing that I want to do is I want to move it down. So I'm going to use margin top and I'm going to move it 300 pixel in the bottom. Everyone please focus. Now I'm moving it from the top like this. You see that? But the text is going out. That means the element is overflowing. Just to show you this, let me give it a background color. Let me give it a background color of black. So they can see it that it's going outside the parent. Can you see that, everyone? Guys, can you see that it's going outside the parent? Can you see that? Now it's going outside the parent, right? This thing, I moved it to the bottom. I moved DSC to the bottom and it's going outside the parent. Definitely will go outside the parent, right? Because it's 450. Child is also 450. Now I move it down. So it will be like this. Only the thing is here is inside the parent. Other things are outside the parent. But whatever is outside the parent, I don't want to display that. Whatever is outside the parent, I don't want to display that. So for that, you can go to the parent, that is place, and just put this overflow. That means whatever is overflowing, see, whatever is going outside the parent is called overflow. So I can go to the parent element, that is place, the main div containing the image. I can tell that div, fine, whatever is overflowing, keep it hidden. And here we go. Now whatever was going out, it's hidden. Simple. And again, let's turn back it to white. I don't need this black. Remove it. And here we go. Now, when I hover on it, I want to make margin top 0 again. That's it. That's the whole thing I want to do. So initially I did margin top 300, so it's down there. And now when I hover on it, I want to do margin top 0, so that it again comes back to top. And here we go. See that, guys? Everyone, are we cleared? This is how you do it. Everyone, are we cleared? So this is what you wanted to see, right? So that's how you do it. See, simple CSS property, but if aligned right, if you write it correctly, if you like match all the properties properly, you can create amazing effects. Now this is one of the effects. You can create something even better than this, something greater than this. Only your combination should go perfect. And for combination, you have to do a lot of practice. You have to think. The first thing is you have to think what you can do, and then you can apply proper properties. And just by writing like 4 to 5 properties, you can do something like this or even better than this if you want. Okay, now guys, now let's go and let's make this header transparent as well and also fixed, right? So now first of all, let's go to header. Okay, and yeah, the only thing that we have to add here is position. Now I'm not going in too deep in explaining what is position, okay, because I'm assuming that you guys will understand this if you like already know a bit of CSS. And for everyone who don't understand about position and everything, I would again suggest you guys to go back and watch my HTML and CSS essential. There you'll definitely understand what is position and how it works. Is that clear? But right now I'm directly using it because we don't have a lot of time for explanation of position fixed, because I'm assuming you know CSS. So for everyone, please, for everyone who don't know CSS, go back and just watch my HTML and CSS essentials. You'll understand everything and you'll know how this works. But right now, just for some basic explanation, by giving position fixed, that element will stop scrolling. So I'm giving position fixed to the header. That means now your position is fixed and you're never going to scroll. And here we go. Now see, if I scroll, it's not scrolling, and that's what I wanted, right? You can see that, right, everyone? It's not scrolling. Sir, why your Bootstrap essential videos are not on the channel? There is only one video. Oh, I didn't knew it. Actually, let me check, Deep Dattani. I think it's unlisted now. So let me check it once. And if you have registered for the course, you can actually watch it again on the LU site. So just go to LU site. You can watch it there if it is not available on YouTube. Is that clear, everyone? So now you can see it's fixed perfectly. That's what I wanted, right? Okay. And now if you want to make it transparent, just remove the color. Just remove the color and it's transparent. Here we go, like this. And actually now I want to move it a little down. So where is this? Where is this one? Where is this one? Where is my banner DSC? Yep. Let's move it a little down now. So margin top. Where is my margin top? Yep. 200 pixels. Yep. Now you can see travels is here and your navigation. It's not looking that great because it's gelling up with that. But you can change the color if you want. See that, everyone? Guys, I hope you're understanding this. Everyone, I hope you're understanding. Make it 250. Move it a little more down. You can change the color of this, or let's not make it directly like completely transparent. Let's give it some color. Let's give it some color. At least you can see it, right? Now see, it's a little transparent. It's not like exactly gray, but yeah, fine. It's a little transparent. See that, everyone? And yes, you can obviously do this. Like just if you just go down, if you cross the banner part, I want again like this string to become completely black. But for that, you need a little JavaScript to count how much the page has scrolled. But you can see it, right? It's looking really beautiful. It's looking like a professional site. So we just like use basic CSS, basic HTML, and it looks really great. Is that clear, everyone? Are we cleared, guys? Are we cleared? Please tell me. I want every one of you to answer. Now, see, we don't have a lot of time. So I'm not going to use a little bit of JavaScript. I'm not going to use any kind of JavaScript here. Okay. To like make it look, what do you say, normal again. But if you want, I can do one thing. If you want to like see the code behind that, if I scroll it this much, I want this transparency to go away and my header should again turn black. If you want that, I can add that code and then send it to you. Do you guys want that? So I can do that for you. Right now I can't do that because I want to explain you responsiveness. I only have 10 minutes and I want to explain responsiveness. Okay. But if you want, I can just put that code inside this and I can share this files to you. And I hope you understand what I'm trying to do, right? If I move it down, like if it crosses the text part or whatever amount of scroll, I want this to again become black. Because see, if it goes on white, it doesn't look good, right? It doesn't look good everywhere. It's looking good on the banner, but it is not looking good here. It gets mixed up. It gets mixed up, right? And that's what I don't want. So that's why after some time of scroll, like, okay, fine, if I scroll for 2 seconds or maybe 30 pixel, like if I scroll this much, I want my header to turn black. And I'll add that code in my file. Now, for the final stuff, let's make all of this responsive. So again, inspect, move it to mobile, and you can see it's looking really bad. See, really, really bad, right? It's looking really bad. And we have to do a lot of stuff now. So let's go and let's do it. Okay. And the first thing I want to do is, I want to hide the header part to make everything else responsive. So for some time, let's hide the header. Guys, for some time, let's hide the header so that it doesn't like look this bad. So for some time, let's hide the header and let's make everything responsive. Oh, where is the, why it's going too much, too fast? Yep, here we go. Hide the header. Okay, for that, I have to ask Ritik. Let me ask to the theme then. If it is there, then definitely it will be allowed to you. Okay, guys, so now let's go and let's make this whole thing responsive. Okay, are we ready, guys? Can we do that now? Now then, let's go here and let's start. Now, completely different CSS. Completely different CSS for CSS for mobile phones. Okay, so let's go. First of all, the thing that I want to do is I want to make my banner small now. Dot banner. What I want you to do have now is I want you to have less height. Okay, so I want you to have like height of only 50 VH, not 80 VH. There we go. Now it's small. And also I want that background position Y to become normal because it was minus 300 in desktop, right? So I want again you like it to be like back to 0 pixels. So the image will look like this. See, that was the problem, right? So see guys, everyone please focus. In desktop, the height of banner, where is banner? Yep. In desktop, the height of banner is 70 VH and background position Y is minus 400, right? But in mobile phone, what I did is I said, okay, fine. In mobile phone, I want the height to be 50 VH. Okay. And I hope that every one of you is understanding what I'm doing. So now I'm writing a completely different CSS for mobile phones. So in what is a mobile phone, I want the height to be 50 VH, not 70, because by default it was 70. See, if I remove this, by default it was 70, depending on what? Depending on the desktop CSS. But now no, in mobile I want it to be 50 and your background position Y will again be back to 0. Save it. Here we go. Can you please take JavaScript lectures? Yes, Raju, definitely, buddy, definitely. In future, we are having a lot of JS essentials and I'm going to take you. I'm going to take that for you. Don't worry. Okay. Now then, let's work with this banner DSC, this black element. Okay. So few changes. Guys, everyone, are you understanding? I really hope that you remember the concept, right? Everyone, I'm assuming that you understand. Remember the concept from last two sessions. Everyone, please tell me. Do we remember the media query concepts from the last session? Everyone, okay? I'm assuming that everyone like knows that. That's why I'm directly using it. Okay? So I hope that you guys remember all that things. So now for banner DSC, the first thing I want it. Now I want you to have a width of 100%, like this. I want your margin left to become 0. I want your margin top to become 0. So all that margins and everything will go away. It will be like this. And I also want this title to become small. It's really big, right? So I want the title to become small. So let's go. And then let's say dot banner. It was title, right? Yep. Title. Now I want you to have a font size of 30 pixel. Not that big, only 30 pixel, like this. Oh, was it initially 30 only? Let's try 20. No, it's not changing. Have I given it some other class? Oh, there is no class. It's actually banner DSC's font size only. There's nothing like title here. Remove it. It's inside banner DSC only. So font size, sorry, it's not popped. It's font size pixel. It was 60, right? Initially. Let's do it 30. Oh, it's too small. 30 is too small. 30 is like really too small. It will be like 40 pixel. And obviously, I want to do one more thing. Actually, let's make it 50. I think, yeah, it will look good. And also, guys, what you can do is remove the padding of banner DSC. So for mobile phones, I don't want any padding. So padding will become 0, like this. And let's say I don't want it to become 100. I want it to be 95. And margin left of 2.5% so that it's in center. Okay. Now I can give it a little padding here. So padding of 10 pixels from only left and right. So 0 and 10. So that only left and right are 10 pixels. Like this. And height, I want it to be same as the banner. So for this, your height will become 100%. Same as the parent. There we go. Like this. Also, is direct text? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It looks fine. Looks good. Okay. So yep, that much is fine. Now you can see this thing is completely adjusted. And is there a like need of movement? You can change anything, guys. You can change anything depending on your needs. Change anything, whatever you want. Yep. So this is how I want it to look on mobile phones. Let me remove it. Margin left. Yep. Looks perfect. Right. Cool. There is no need for margin left, and that's fine because we have given padding. So now, guys, the banner DSC part is done. So now in PC it will look like this. In mobile phone it will look like this. In PC, it will look like this. In mobile phone, it will look like this. See? Perfect. Okay, now then, let's move ahead and let's work for this. And this should be the really simplest thing. Guys, come on, you guys tell me, what should we do? Everyone, what should we do for this? There's only one thing that we have to do. Again, remember the concept of cards. What do we have to do, guys? Come on, tell me. Simply have to say, okay, fine, I want your width to become 100%, and that's it. All the cards will become 100%, and the other cards will go below, and that's it. See, now it's completely responsive. But you can see the button is going a little down because of the margin top. The button is going a little down because of the text, actually, not the margin top. So I want to decrease the size of the text as well. Dot places title, place title. What I want is I want your font size to be a little less, so 20 pixel maybe. So there is no need to give justify content here. Why to give justify content? Simply change the width and that's it now, see? But still 30 is like too big, right? 25, let's say. Okay, and a little down, we have to move it a little down. I'm using 25. So places DSC, I want you to go a little more down. So initially it's going like 300. For mobile phone, I want you to go like 320, not 300. For mobile phone, I want you to be go down like 320 pixel. Here we go. It turns back to 0. And now in mobile also it's looking good. So that's what we wanted. See, PC, mobile phones, and perfectly adjusted. Is that clear, everyone? So now your site is also simply responsive. Is that clear, everyone? Guys, are we clear? So now your site is responsive as well. Now, yes, we still have a lot of work to do in this, but that's fine. Looks really great. And now you can like take the header back. So where is your header? Header. Oh, sorry, we have commented, right? So let's get it back. Yes, in mobile, I don't want you to be transparent. So in mobile phones, I want you to have your color back. In mobile phone, I don't want you to be transparent. So headers, background color is this. Let's go. See, now I'm doing fast because I know that you guys remember this, right? I really hope that you guys remember this, all of this. We are just changing CSS, right? We are doing nothing. We are just changing CSS, and we have learned this in the last 2 sessions. So I really hope that we are understanding all of it. And for all the people who are directly like, this is your first lecture, please go back and watch the last 2 sessions. We have explained everything, how things work there. Okay, and here we go. It looks like this. Okay, and also here I don't want height to be like 90 pixel. Here I want it to be 70 only. So let's go to logo and say, okay, fine. I want it to be 70 pixels only in height. So height 70 pixels. For mobile phone, your height will be 70. For PC, your height will be 90. So copy this and give it to navigation as well. Give it to navbar. Give it to navlink. Hamburger, I'm really like confused. Will it be possible? Okay, sorry, I did. Yeah, here we don't need it. Oh, sorry. Where is my this thing? Some place I'm making some mistake here. Okay, that's fine. So now your header looks like this. And see, I think a lot of people are asking what is now hamburger. See, hamburger is nothing but an icon. See this one. You have seen this, right, on a lot of navigations. This thing is hamburger icon. This is called as hamburger. So for everyone, first of all, it's nothing but an icon. That's it. Is that clear? Now, actually, what I wanted to do is I wanted to add a hamburger icon here. And when I click on that, I want to open the navigation. When I click on that, I want to close the navigation. But for that, we again need JavaScript, and we don't have a lot of time because in 9 minutes, I have to start with React. Okay, so that's one problem. But we have made it responsive. So let me talk to the team. Let me see if we can have one more session. But let me see first of all. Let me talk. And if it is there, the mail will come to you. Is that clear? And for all the people asking, what is hamburger? This is your hamburger. This is just an icon. That's it. Is that cleared? Are we cleared, everyone? So now your site is responsive and your header is fixed. That's fine. So now what? Let's do one more thing. For mobile phone, I don't want the header to be fixed. So for mobile phone, I want the position to be static. That means normal. I don't want to be fixed, and that's it, like this. So now for mobile phone, it's not fixed at all. And guys, see, for now, if we are unable to make it responsive, we can do one more thing. If we are unable to make it responsive, navigation responsive, like that hamburger thing. See, our navigation is definitely responsive, but the problem is right now we are not doing that hamburger thing, right? So for that, I have like one option. What you can do here is just go to this navigation. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Yep. Remove this flex direction column, and they will go like this. So you can also have this thing if you want. If you don't want to, like, if we are unable to do that hamburger thing, you can do this. So your header will look small, and see, now the site also looks good. Is that cleared, everyone? So see, now without using the head hamburger icon, without doing that effect thing, we still made our header work. Our header still looks good. It's small. It's not covering the whole screen now. Is that cleared, everyone? So this is one more option. So now in mobile phones, we adjusted it like this. Okay. So here we go. Simply remove the flexion column. That's it. If I have it, remember this, right? I really hope that we remember the navigation concept. This is not the first thing we are doing here, right? This is the thing that we did in the last session. So I really hope that everyone remembers this. So we did this thing to make it look like this. And at that time, we planned we'll make the hamburger menu go up and down. But right now, we're not doing it. So for that, remove this. And here we go. So everyone, are we cleared? And for one more session, let me talk. Not a problem at all. And see, guys, if it doesn't happen, don't worry. In future essentials, in some weeks, I'm also going to come back and start taking your essentials. So not a problem. In there, our first priority will be to create a hamburger thing, a hamburger icon and that navigation effect. Is that clear, everyone? So don't worry. So now, guys, you guys tell me, everyone, have we understood everything? And the most important question, have we enjoyed? Come on, guys, everyone tell me, because we have to end it. In 5 minutes, we have React. So if you want, you can also come there and enjoy React thing as well. We're going to learn about states today. We're going to learn about props. We're going to learn about a lot of things, right? So if you want, you guys can also join there. So first question, did you guys learn something? Did you guys enjoy the session? Please tell me that in the chat, everyone. I want every one of you to answer again. Did you guys enjoy the session? Everyone. And this file will be mailed to you. So don't worry. This whole thing will be mailed to you. This whole thing will be mailed to you. And at the end, I was doing things a little fast. I know that, but we didn't have time and I wanted to do something. Okay. So everyone, that's it for today. Okay. And let me see if we like have one more day for this, but not a problem. If we don't have, we'll again come back in few weeks. We'll again take sessions, and at that time, we'll make it our priority to complete the hamburger menu first. Okay, everyone. So I really hope that you learned something from here. I really hope now you will start creating things from here, like from whatever we have learned here. Now you'll start creating things by using the concepts that we learned in these sessions. Okay, everyone. So I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope you understood everything. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for learning with me. Bye-bye, everyone. See you in the next sessions. Or you guys, if you want to like learn more with me from scratch till end, you guys can actually join the advanced courses. You can actually join the advanced courses in Let's Upgrade site, in the Let's Upgrade community. So just go to the Let's Upgrade site. See, we have all the info of our advanced courses, and you guys can actually join the advanced courses where you're going to learn with me everything from scratch till the end, till the time you basically become the complete web developer. We're going to like do around 15 to 20 projects. We're going to create everything from scratch there. So if you are interested, you guys can also join the advanced courses. And for that, simply go on Let's Upgrade site, letsupgrade.in, and see all the information there. Try to contact us from there. We'll reach out to you. And if you want, you guys can join there. Is that clear, everyone? So bye-bye, everyone. Good night. See you in some other essentials or in the advanced sessions. Bye-bye. Good night, everyone.